Just isn't the same.
Difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new book.
Do you require my
Steal
assistance?
from me and get caught? Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener. The hell took you so long? Forget how to grab jump or something? I don't care. Time is money and you've wasted both. That ends today. Clear? But all that aside, you made it. So now you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together. Sure did. Right out from under their noses. Way before you or I were born, though. We've held this station for a very long time. Don't worry. Delgado will tell you all about it. You think? And that's only part of it. I'll let Delgado fill you in on the whole story. He tells it better anyway. I can give you the short version while we walk the station. Story time. How delightful. Anyway, I'll tell you all about the Key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me. All right. History time. So, the Key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, Lock, Key. Cute, huh? Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the Key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the Lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the Key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot book, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the Key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the Key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but, we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, queen of the rare exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss.
I hope
On the
you came
right,
with credits.
you've got Bradley from the Trade Authority. I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the Last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station. The Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit, given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rape? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, Voss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering. I see the bomb as a symbol of my importance, and it's a constant reminder to everyone of the sacrifice I was willing to make. The freedom I've given up, the pain, it's not something that just anyone has the resolve to bear.
He sees that bomb as a badge of honor. I see it as a symbol of compliance. Delgado is a harsh master.
That's amusing. I don't think I've heard that one before. Oh, wait. Yes, I have. You might as well dispense with all the stupid jokes. I've been hearing them for years. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me, or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety. Essentially, but I sleep soundly knowing I'm one of the few that can piss Delgado off and live. Should I die, all of my knowledge, the accounts, the credits, it would be a mess. He wouldn't dare. He holds the trigger, but we all know that my death cripples the fleet. Call the bomb a weapon of last resort. It's why he's the boss. Of course, I'm not the first reckoner to bear a bomb under my ribcage, but Delgado was smart enough to continue the tradition. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Ryujin would envy, I can interfere.
Time to move on.
Maybe. We haven't decided.
What the hell are you mean?
Hey, Cap. You hiring? Got some baddies on my tail, and I need a place to lay low.
Do a job. It's you who ends up with all our creds.
My friend.
I'm a smuggler. Making enemies comes with a job. This time I got in over my head and made one who's more dangerous than me.
We got a much bigger target right here at home.
I suppose I can't rightly blame you for that. It's the Baroon Zealots. They've been on my tail a while. And they're easy enough to avoid in places like this, but long history if they see my ship cruising around the space things again.
Second, if I were you, I finger on these streets. I am Delgado the Space Pirate. To blow your...
They're a group of cultists who operate on the edges of non-space. Real nut jobs. They shoot at just about anyone who comes near them. Big on grudges too. That's how I ended up on their radar. Oh, I'm a real scrapper. Good in a fist fight or in the gunner seat. Doesn't matter to me so long as there's a strong drink waiting when the fight's over. I've also got pretty sticky fingers, if that suits you. Hard to believe what passes for polite conversation these days.
Are you looking to solve something? Because I'll finish it.
Smuggling, it's a real job any day.
Oh, I was wondering when you'd wander my way. The name's Fergus. Fergus Wickham. But you could call me Bob. Welcome to the last Nova, where the drinks are never free. Got it back in my experimental. Before we fixed up Nova, I figured some of... Well, then you've come to the right place. Since it's your first time with us, I'm willing to make an exception to the one free bottle of Bog's Grog. That's the spirit. I knew you'd be the adventurous type. And if you like it, you're in luck. Cheapest drink you can find, and guaranteed. Nova was a lovely sight you see before you. She used to be a hydro fan and put up quite a fight when we decided to give her a makeover. Overgrown water everywhere. I almost gave up, but what's a proper... See for yourself.
The fleet protects our own, but you turn against us.
If I had a Birion crest, I'd run my own city, like Fame. Except in my town, you could do Aurora anywhere. I got a bounty so big, the tracker's eyes had to be
I like my weapons like I like my coffee.
Ah, there's our other new recruit.
So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet. You and everyone else on the station. Keep following orders, and you'll get paid. It's as simple as that. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself.
Hey, if you've got a problem, I can decorate that wall behind you with your brains. Well, could use a little color if you ask me.
It's all right, neighbor. I admire this rook's backbone. Takes a lot of guts to crack jokes with the threat of death staring them in the face.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarall for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, neighbor. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lot cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neighbor calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Crix. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it. Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC Sistef. You forget the UC is still licking its wounds from the colony wars. They don't have the capability to mount a full-scale assault. And if they were foolish enough to attack, we would have the manpower to push those pendejos right back to Jemison. If we have Crix's legacy. Exactly. Now you're beginning to understand. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting. I could tell you stories that would last for hours. But now is not the time. You have a job to do, and I don't like to be kept waiting. When you... Well, if you get back to the key, I'm sure you can find some copies of the interview he gave to SSNN around here, somewhere. I think those recordings might give you the history lesson that you are looking for.
Ya tadi baru lihat gua. Aduh anjir, pesawat gua nabrak lubuk. Gua udah join Pirates nih. Good night, Ji. Crimson Fleet. Jagonya copet. Gue hire, gue pikir bisa gue ajak bertualang.
Seharusnya sih bertualang, makanya gue bingung deh. Ya mungkin setelah itu kelar gue sih cobain.
About time you got here. I told you you were wasting your time, Del.
Doang, misal di kapal, lalu terus ambil siapa yang mau lu ajak, udah jadi. Nah kalau tiba-tiba nggak bisa, gue nggak paham deh.
Yeah?
Ya lu tengah misinya tuh tengah misi dikit lagi sampai.
I am running things around here, so keep your mouth shut.
Setahu gue ya, dia nggak ada tuh namanya ngunci sampai harus kelar.
Because I am only going to go through this once.
Yang penting,
we are here to dig up any info about Grix's legacy.
Gitu loh.
We are not here to scrap for loot. Whatever you pick up, don't think, don't get creative, bring it straight to me. It's so simple, even a rook like you can't screw it up.
Hold on, no scrapping? How the hell am I supposed to make money around here?
All right, that's enough. If either of you want to fly with the Crimson Fleet, then you need to follow one simple
rule.
When you're on a job, you do exactly what I say. No questions asked. If that doesn't work for you, just say so, and I will leave you on this ice ball without a ship. You will be dead within hours.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's one more thing. Your little friend can tag along until we get to the outer doors of the prison, but I will be damned if I'm letting them inside.
Oh, very nice. I'll just remain here and soak in the planet's lovely winter-like atmosphere until I go hypothermic.
We have a lot of ground to cover between the landing area and the lock, so let's get moving.
Get to the lock, right. Ini suara kumisnya apa sih ini, berisik banget. Kaget gua anjir. Shotgun aja deh. Come on, Delgado. Let's get in.
The place where Jasper Griggs laid the groundwork for finding the legacy and eventually the Crimson Fleet. The lock. Around 5 years. Rumor says he started planning his escape the moment that he arrived.
Yeah, he needs to get this thing open, like, right now. It's freezing out here.
Then crank up your suit heat, Mathis, because it's probably not going to get much better once we are inside. All right, let's keep moving. Standing out here isn't doing us any good.
This ID card cost a small fortune.
Let's hope it pays off. We are in. Let's go.
Let's go in.
First time I've been inside this place, so keep your eyes open. See anything unusual, call it out. If it's hostile, take it down. Good reason.
How many people did the UC stick down here, Dal?
A couple of hundred at least. Might not look like much, but it was better than trying to survive on the surface.
Not much better. Even with the heating on, this place looks like a goddamn dump.
Now you know why the prisoners got fed up and looked to Cricks to lead them out of here.
And that's how the Crimson Fleet began. Yeah, we've all heard the story.
It's not a story, Mathis. It's history. Remember that. Now, keep your mouth shut, your eyes open.
Fine navigator. Starware. Login the prison message system from security chief Sally P. Chart. Confirmation resident and Jetation using restroom handmade safe. Just in time. Hey Delgado, what's next?
Must be a nest. I bet these things are crawling all over the place.
Yeah, and their bodies probably heard us firing from about a kilometer away. Hallelujah.
Funny.
Think about it, genius. We just unleashed hell on these things. You have any idea how far the sound of gunfire carries? Especially on a barren ice ball like this? Hey, how about that? Guess you're not so stupid after all.
Well, look at that. One firefight and the two of you become best buddies. Now let's see. Looks like we are inside some sort of prisoner transfer area, but everything is locked down tight. Since you are such good friends, why don't you and Mathis head up to that control room and see if you can get some more of these doors open?
Proceed to the control room. Okay. You want me to just open this thing, huh? Waduh anjir, apaan tuh? Goblok.
The plan? Who gives a shit about the plan? Let's face it, we're on our own now. Why? Because that's what his loyal little soldiers are supposed to do? The hell with that. I have a better plan. We use this opportunity to take out Delgado, and at the same time, make some serious credits for ourselves. Oh, come on. We're just a couple of rooks. When are we ever gonna have a chance like this again? let's pretend for a second Delgado's correct, and there's information here about Crix's legacy. Once we get rid of him, we'll dig up the garbage ourselves and sell whatever we find to Neva. We'll be rolling in credits. Hell no. Come on, we both know anything we find here about the legacy is going to be a dead end. If Neva wants to spend the rest of her life chasing ghosts, let her. We got more important things to do, like spending all of our money. Oh, fine. Suit yourself. You know, for a second there, I was almost starting to respect you. Now, let's find a way out of here.
I guess that's one way through.
You kidding? After what just happened? After that ice fall? I didn't know what to think. I figured the two of you were crushed to death. Well, brush the dust off and listen up. We have obviously been cut off, so I need you to do two things. First, I want you to keep looking for a way to open the rest of the doors down here. Otherwise, I'm not going anywhere. And second, try and dig up whatever you can about Jasper Crix. You both got that? I'll make it easy for you. If you find anything that says Crix or Legacy, you grab it. This really isn't that difficult. Dios mío. Do I have to explain absolutely everything? You are standing in the control room for this part of the facility. Yeah? You and tell Mathis not to get any bright ideas, or I will gut him myself.
Yeah. You want to be
Looks like there's a guard tower overlooking the cell block. We should check it out. They aren't paying us. Cool.
santai bang, santai bang. Alah, ngapain security flight suit gua ambil? Star Roamer space suit.
Katanya sih gambarnya mata-mata mukanya lebih seru daripada ini.
Harusnya ya.
Maksudnya main tempat.
Mantap.
So, have you changed your mind yet? Yeah, right. You saw it back there. Those things, whatever they were, they've probably ripped him to shreds by now. Did the job for us. And if they haven't, we can still handle the job. We just have to get our hands a little dirty. Wouldn't be the first time, am I right? Of all the people to get trapped here with, why the hell did I get stuck with you, huh? Fine, have it your way. So, now that we've made it to the guard tower, what's our next move, genius? Keep doing what we've been doing. Right. Glad I asked. I suppose we should start off by searching the tower for the location of Crix's cell. If he stashed any useful information, it might still be hidden somewhere inside.
Komputernya udah tadi di tower ya.
Kalau kamu pernah bawa komputer,
Kenapa sih?
itu kan dari Star Trek itu.
Oh ya.
Ada dia ngomong ke mouse gitu kan. Oti. Bener nggak? Apa dari film lain?
Nggak tahu.
Enggak, gue just saying random bubbly word.
Dia di Star Trek ada itu, dia kan pernah masa lalu, terus komputernya masih pakai mouse, dia ngomong ke mouse-nya, "Oh, komputer."
Oh gitu.
Komputer masa depan kan nggak ngomong doang gitu.
Bisa sama gitu ya.
Jadi mouse-nya mikrofon, kontak banget.
Episode keberapa sih?
Film itu,
Film Star Trek ya.
Ya, Voyage of Hope. Ceritanya kalau Star Trek-nya itu pergi ke masa lalu karena mesti ngambil 2 humpback whales. Humpback whales-nya udah musnah di abad ke-23.
Wih, oh jadi dia balik masa lalu.
Iya, ambil whales terus nyemplungin di
They aren't paying us enough to be poking through this scrap heap.
Sudah apa sih? Gak ada informasi apa lagi.
QC must have burned some serious cash when they lost this place. Serves them right.
The best appear to be loose. Fry, open this. Oh.
Today, I bumped into someone in the mess hall yapping about a ship carrying a fortune in credits. I know it's usually bullshit, but he
utility closet and the ventilation room.
That's where we'll dig. Not up, but through. Right to the armory. Carter mentioned that security keeps rotating codes on all the terminals in the lock, so we'll have to coordinate this carefully. For now, we'll continue using his locker in the showers area as a drop point for the code to the utility closet. By this time next month, I should be out of this dump and uploading those creds into my account.
Delgado was right. Chris must have hit the Galbank transport and stashed away the money or something. We play this right. We're gonna be filthy sticky rich.
Okay, Carter. Confirming that the latest code to the utility room is
4601071.
The mining crew tells me it'll take them a week to cut through the ice, so I'm giving you that long to square your end of the plan. When the tunnel reaches the armory, I'll get my people to start a riot. When you hear the fireworks go off, get your ass to the shuttle bay. We get one shot at this. If we play our cards right, this gets us one step closer to that fortune that went down with the legacy. You report any of this to the guards, well, you know what'll happen.
Looks like this was the warden's office. They built the office right next to the shuttle bay for quick escapes, I bet. Smart.
Took long enough. Use the warden's intercom near the window.
Ionic liquid. Snake oil, ambil semua. Sturdy deep seeker. Space suit. Gonna take this.
Do you have any idea how long I have been waiting? Look out the window. I'm over here. I hope you found something because I am getting sick and tired of this place. I knew it! Everyone said I was out of my mind. But something told me we'd find the answers down here. Looks like I picked the right people for the job.
Yep, that's right. It was a team effort all the way. We had each other's backs the whole time, Del.
Is that madness? Tell him to shut up so I can think.
Yeah, sorry, Del. You go right ahead.
Okay. Now all we have to do is find the way off of this planet. Let me see. Here we go. I'm looking at schematics for the lock, and I don't think there's a way to get you back to the surface from there. But I can open the outer doors to the shuttle bay and let you fly one of the shuttles down there directly up to the key.
Misinya apa sih anjir? On the run.
I don't care if you are finished or not. I want that information about Riggs. After that, you can come back down. Okay, let me see.
Shuttle bay activated. Initiating.
Yup, it's got it. You have done a hell of a job, Rook. We will talk when you get back.
Well, I wanted to thank you for not being a jerk and hounding all the glory on this run. That's true. Well, thanks all the same. Look, about all that killing Delgado stuff, why don't we just forget about everything that I said? You know, like it never happened. Yeah, of course, don't worry, I'm good for it. Now, let's get the heck out of here.
save.
Ini gue
Quick
nemu
save.
DJP di dalam ini ya.
Shield offline aja, pesawat apaan nih, shieldnya nggak ada.
Ya, rangka terpas.
Syukurujuk, syukurupup. Syukurupup.
We may not have official
Kurang tuh
security.
perfect ya.
Kurang menurut gue. Kurang. Ranger itu gue baru ketemu kapal apa sih? Kapalnya bagus mewah banget.
There you are. The hell took you so long?
It's about
Itu lo
time.
bisa Ranger lo
I was
selesai
about
aja
to fly down
dapat
and meet
si
your
apa Golden
bodies.
Eagle apa itu lumayan tuh.
Not now, neighbor. Well,
Class the best.
you said you found something.
Class A ship.
Hand it over.
Bentar, ini lu masih jalan pelan-pelan kayak males.
That's
Jadinya
it.
sebenarnya
Just one slate.
orang songong-songong banget.
After
anjing.
losing so much of our crew, it better be a map with a big red
Udah tadi gua
X
ya,
on it.
elah plus utama ternyata.
Well, I'll be damned.
Udah gua baru
Legacy wasn't referring to Critz's fortune. It's the name of an actual ship. A Galbank transport probably loaded with credits.
Never heard any stories about a Gal Bank ship going down. And even if it had happened, it would have been picked clean years ago.
No, neighbor. Think. If Galbank covered it up, and over time, the location was eventually forgotten, it wouldn't be on anyone's radar. Okay, this changes things. Now that we know what we are looking for, we have to narrow the search. Because they would be rolling in so much cash, there is no way they could keep it quiet. It's like hitting a jackpot. Not to mention, they need someone with genius skills to keep the crypto tracing on the currency clean. Now, the legacy is out there.
Shortcut buat quick save itu lo pencet F5 sebelum
And the
kamu
recording
nge-play.
that you found proves that it is out there. All we have to do is find it. Let us start with what we know. It was a Neighbor, weren't you working on a deal with Rokov? Something about a big wig charity event on one of Triton's Starliners?
Are you serious? I've been working on that gig for 3 months. That's my score.
Ay, Dios mío. Will you shut up about your score and think for a second?
Duh,
That
ribut Delgado
Starliner
sama
has a
Naifa.
Galbank VIP suite aboard, which means...
Tabok.
Come on, neighbor. This
kayak
isn't hard.
nonsense aja lo mendingan jalan itu kan
Gal
sambil
Bank
udah
exec will
progress
be aboard.
ininya.
We grab their credentials and get our...
Justru tuh gue kan
shit,
yang
that
ini
might
kan gue si
actually
powernya kan belum acquire.
Pack your bags,
Terus
Rook.
juga masih banyak
You're going
yang
on
bolong.
vacation.
Gue tuh mau fokus di
And
situ
since you've
dulu.
earned it,
Research gue beresin
take this gun
semua.
with you.
Power
Might
gue
come in
acquire
handy
semua.
when
Baru
Rokov screws
progress
everything up as
mainline.
usual.
Mainnya udah terlalu kalau overpower lu ngelawan ya.
Legendary item acquire.
Ini gua aja masih level berapa kan?
Rokov
Kadang
is...
iseng cuma jalan-jalan doang.
Well, he's Rokov. A real pain in the ass.
Si Joto
He used to
30,
run with the fleet until we kicked
Tango
him out.
15.
Lately, he has been using his long-hauling skills to captain a
Ya kan bisa
Starliner
aja
for
gua udah
Trident.
kelar itu iman gue
Gives us a
tahan-tahan aja.
contact within the company. He has been trying to get his foot back in the door with us for years.
Iya,
But
dan
I'm not ready to let him in just
sana
yet.
sini doang.
Maybe you can use that to your advantage.
Sama sih gue pengen ini sih Jot apa? Galaksi gue ekspor semua.
It's
Jadi
not
gue
what you're
mau kemana-mana
thinking.
gampang enak
It's
tinggal
more of an
travel.
office than a bank vault.
Loncat.
Once you're inside, you'll be able to
Gak
gain
bakal
access
bisa
to one of the
segampangnya tuh karena lu
computers.
mesti ngelewatin dulu sebelum.
Good, because that is exact. Neighbor and I are too well known to walk around the Starliner without being recognized. You've tried it? I need you to board that ship. Make
Oh sama ini sih bagusnya
You
kemarin
know
tuh
what?
si ini
I'm
si
gonna leave
Stroud
that
kan
entirely
pilih
up to you.
kapal
If
yang
you think he's
dapatnya
come
yang
through
ini
for
kan,
us, you
yang
can promise
costly
him
kan.
he'll get paid. But if he gets in your way,
Jadi pas gua tuh
then you take him out.
gimana proses ngambil reaktor tuh, reaktor gua tuh belum
I
kebuka
see
tuh
what
yang
you are getting at, Brooke. And
jamnya
don't
tuh
worry,
berapa
I would
light
ask
year,
the same thing.
sementara minimumnya tuh 21,
Just be sure
punya
to
gua
get
tuh
those
20.
credentials.
Anjing gua
Anything else of
lah
value you
puter-puter
find
kemana
on
gua
Rokov
pusing
Starliner?
anjir. Oh iya gua baru inget kapal gua ada nih yang gede nih. Nah ini dari situ gua rombak
Before you
yang gak perlu
leave,
gua buang.
I wanted you to know that I took what you said about Mathis into
Itu
consideration,
sebenarnya
but
barang-barang yang
decided
lama
to
itu
let him
bisa
join the
diambil
fleet.
gak sih, disimpan?
Maksudnya?
Kapal part kapal itu.
Enggak, pas session itu aja. Jadi di mana session itu misalnya nih, lu ada landing
That's it
gear
then.
4 nih. 4
Next
partnya
stop
lu
for
buang
you
nih.
is Rokov
Tapi
Starliner,
di
a siren
sesi
of
lu
the stars.
bikin kapal itu
And
kayaknya
remember,
gue mau pakai lagi. Nah itu
Rokov
bisa. Nah
is
once lu
Hey,
udah save,
Roof, before
itu
you head
udah
out, I need to have a word with you.
nggak bisa.
Meet me at the last Nova after you
Ya
wrap things
harus
up with
benchlock
Matt.
ke sistem mana buat ini.
Hell of a job.
Dulu ini Constellation mau gue modif nih jadi kayak pesawat kecil gitu.
Kriks. Arcturus Trumpet. Deki jam.
Something you might be interested in.
Captain Roy, it is pleasant to see you.
Captain Roy.
Smuggling beats a real job any day.
Shut up.
The fleet is family.
Need a drink? Bug at the last Nova will be more than happy to take
Sure, it's not... I bet you would. I'm just...
Register ya top ya. Kita nggak bisa ini sih ya, nggak bisa dismantling part ship kita yang baru ke yang lama gitu, nggak bisa ya.
Nggak bisa.
Udahlah register lu deh, berapa registernya. Confirm. UC Prison 1. Cukurucuk. Kurucuk kupup. Naik homeship. Cukurucuk. Kurucukuk.
Right, Captain.
Mana kau vigilante? Pirate.
Switching over to Starfield.
Report, Captain.
Airlock integrity looks good.
Ntar gue telepon dulu ya.
Alright.
Good day, Captain.
Hey. Heard you boarded the key. I can't imagine what's taking parts of it.
What can I do for you?
Good. The more you find, the stronger our case. It's amazing that all this romantic nonsense about Crix's legacy really just amounts to a rumor Jasper Crix picked up in jail. It just goes to show you how a tiny rumor can snowball into a full-blown fairy tale. Anything else? I'll be damned. So some of the UC guards at the lock helped touch off the riots. Everyone thought he was some kind of legendary criminal mastermind, but even the great Jasper Crix needed a helping hand to get out of prison. Any other fragments? All right. Keep up the good work. We'll provide you with information, but any inventory or ship services, it's best you get from the fleet. It'll help you maintain your cover and also give you an idea of how the fleet's operation works. They're pirates in every sense of the word, but they've managed to get more organized under their current leadership. That makes them especially dangerous. 2 reasons. First, Commander Akande's playing this operation extremely close to the vest. That means keeping prisoners under his own roof until this is resolved. Second, this is an undercover mission. For our safety and yours, we need to keep these prisoners out of the spotlight.
I'll be here if you have any more questions.
You're back. So how did it go? Frankly, it's because we've never gotten this far before. The last agent I sent to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet ended up in a morgue on New Atlantis. Then things are moving forward. Perfect.
Nice job, Brooke.
I was certain we'd fool Delgado, but never. She's a sharp one. Overcoming her scrutiny is no small matter. Did you discover anything worth reporting yet? I understand your concern, but you can rest assured that every member of this crew has been thoroughly vetted by both myself and Lieutenant Toft. Any information that you turn over will not be leaving this ship until it's fully encrypted and encoded. I give you my word. If the intelligence I've read is accurate, Delgado is a charismatic leader, but a bit short on judgment. That's why you want to stay on his good side and stay away from Neva. She's shrewd, and she's sniffed out everything we've thrown her way. Legacy. Why does that sound familiar? Wait a moment. Are you telling me Delgado may have actually located Crix's legacy?
Excuse me, Commander. Did you say Crix's legacy? Please tell me you aren't seriously going to give that any credence. Everyone knows that's just a myth.
I'm holding tangible confirmation of the word legacy attached to Crix's name. That's too much of a coincidence to attribute to myth.
I suppose it's possible, sir. Intelligence picked up a bit of chatter on that subject recently. We assumed it was some sort of tall tale or a story to attract recruits to their cause. All right, take it easy. We prefer to check our own sources, if you don't mind.
Let me see what we have here.
Nope. There are no records of a Gal Bank transport named the Legacy in the database. I think Delgado's trying to manipulate you. What do you think, sir?
I think there's no record because Gal Bank is hiding something. Delgado's no fool. If he risked his own neck to get that information, then he must be on to something. We have to take this seriously. What's your next move? That one's simple. We monitored your ships heading down to the surface of Suvorov. In fact, when he returned to the key and you didn't immediately follow, well, we almost thought our operation was terminated. Can you imagine the amount of embarrassment Gal Bank would have to endure if they listed a lost transport in the ship registry? It doesn't matter if that ship went down 5 or 500 years ago. If news gets out that a bank has misplaced money, it would tank their value. Clever, Delgado. Very clever. If I were in your place, I'd be trying to do the exact same thing. We can't let Delgado get his hands on what could potentially turn out to be the largest haul of credits the Crimson Fleet's ever seen.
Maybe I should head out to New Atlantis, sir. I could press the Gal Bank execs for information. Get ahead of everything.
No. Let's allow this to run its course. We have our agent here feeding us information. I think that's good enough for now. There's more to this than just finding the location of the transport. Jasper Cricks was clever. For some reason, he never got there. Because the Crimson Fleet would be a totally different adversary, and Cricks wouldn't have disappeared years ago. Even if they hid the money with that damn human computer Shinny of us, our forensic accounting people would have found that data. No, the Crimson Fleet are in dire shape right now. They haven't seen that much currency, well, ever. It's imperative that you do. If the Crimson Fleet gets its hands on a transport full of currency, it would be disastrous for the settled systems. I need you to do whatever you can to bring us more information. And for God's sake, don't kill anyone on that Starliner. You're both dismissed.
Only one point of no area's patrol route to work from. That's how it goes sometimes.
Breaking the bank. Okay.